Can you hear now?
Okay. All right, we're back live right now. So just let everybody know we're having some serious technical difficulties with sound. None of us are really tech people, but we're trying to get it figured out. So we're going to do a quick sound check. Can you hear us now, Emma?
I can hear you. Ms. Dantò, can you hear me?
I certainly can.
Can you hear her?
I cannot hear her.
Okay, so go ahead and log out. I want to get her, started, and then just wait a little while, jump back in. Hopefully that fixes the problem.
Okay.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so I'm going to switch it to you, Ms. Dantò, and then I want to let you try, if you can, try to pick off where you left or go wherever you want to go.
All right, so we're live, right? Okay, so we'll have a conversation with you and me, Pierre.
Absolutely. I'll mute my mic, so I'll just go off of you.
Okay. All right. So, hello, everybody. We were supposed to speak today about what the Haitian Lawyers Leadership does and what my work is about. And Amma is having some technical difficulties. So what I think we're going to, I'll start talking a little bit about what the Free Haiti movement is. And then Pierre, you can ask me some questions. And then we can, hopefully Amma will come back in. So,
yeah, and I can also, I'm sorry not to interrupt you. I do think I have a list of her questions. So I'll go ahead and get you started, and I'll see if I can pull that up. And if she can't come in, I can ask the questions for her. Go ahead.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Okay, so essentially, I was going to talk to Amma about the work that we do at the Free Haiti movement and what is the colonial narrative on Haiti and how does it affect the people on the ground. Hi, Amma, can you hear us? Now I can't hear you.
That's because I'm muted. I'm sorry. I'm still here.
Okay.
Pop back out, so go ahead.
So anyways, all right. For those of you watching the Free Haiti movement that I lead, I started in 2004. It consists of six or seven teach-ins that we do every year. And we start with the Haitian Revolution. We go all the way down to July. And the reason we do that is because colonialism is an exploitation of a people. And to exploit a people, you have to make that the people believe that they have nothing, that they are nothing. They have no culture, no resources, no assets, nothing that the empire doesn't give them. So to counter that, when on the 200th anniversary of Haiti's independence, the European came back. You see, I mean, he's very clear about his exploitation and the symbolism of that 200th year anniversary of Haiti's independence. So he came back, and in that time, that's when we started the Free Haiti movement and lifted up. What we do with the teach-in is that we lift up the ancestors. Can you hear me, Amma? We lift up the ancestors. And so we start with August 14th, which is the beginning of the Haitian Revolution. Are you there, Pierre?
Yes, I'm still here. I got my mic muted, but I'm here.
All right. And then we go all the way, as I say, to the July 6th, which is International Youth Day, because most Haitians are like under 25. The population is very, very, very young. And so we do these days that represent Haitian culture and Haitian epistemology, Haitian philosophy, all the way up to July, where we then talk about modern day Haitians, what they have done. And July 5th, 2006 is a date where a very young Haitian took up arms. He had taken up arms. His name is Emmanuel Dred Wilmer. He had taken up arms against the occupation that started in 2004. So that day is a day for the modern day heroes. But on August 14, we start with Bois Caïman. Pierre, do you know what Bois Caïman is?
No, can you explain, please?
Yes. Okay. I mean, most people don't. Most Haitians actually don't even understand what it is. But it was August 14, 1791. This was after 300 years of European enslavement, that the women and men of Haiti got together and decided to live free or die. And they planned the revolution at Bois Caïman. So every year we talk about that. What we do, and all of you can go and find some of the teach-ins that we do. What I'll do is, so since we do 6 teach-ins per year, I'll give you like 3 things we teach for Bois Caïman, right? Because they're what is the basis of my work at the Haitian Lawyers Leadership Network. It's the basis of my work at FreeHaiti movement, and it's the basis of what we call the liberation struggle in the resistance in Haiti. So at Bois Caïman, after 300 years of enslavement, the Africans got together. They were the amalgamated tribes, which means that they were people. Now, all of you already know, I'm sure, that Blacks are original to planet Earth, and there were Black folks in the Americas, including Haiti. When Christopher Columbus got there, it's the first place he got to in terms of putting together a colony in the so-called New World. And it's the first place that 300 years later, starting August 14th, 1791, destroyed forced assimilation, direct colonialism. Haiti is the only place on planet Earth where a group of enslaved people fought for their independence and won their independence. And because of that, the European powers that Haiti beat are constantly destroying us, trying to wipe us out off the face of the earth. And since they can't do that, they changed what we are through a narrative. The narrative that says that Haitians, essentially it's a tale that they tell in order to warn other folks who are still colonies, who are still enslaved, who didn't take up arms against their enslavers. You don't want to be like Haiti. So the media and all level of European activity works to bring together an image of Haiti that is not truthful. And my work is that I talk about what's hidden behind the headlines. And to do that, like I said, we do the teach-ins. I'll give you 3 things about Bois Caïman. You can go to my website and you could put Bois Caïman links. You can learn Haitian epistemology because we have an occupation in Haiti. And so education is a lie that they use to control the minds of the Haitians by telling them they have no culture, they have no language, they have no spirituality, no religion. And so we show, for instance, at Bois Caïman, that the amalgamated tribes that came from when the European got to what they call the New World, the Western Hemisphere, they wanted bling, which is what they still want, right? They want your natural resources. They want your gold, your oil, your diamonds, your coltan, your iridium, your uranium. They want these things because apparently, you know, they don't have it in their spaces. And so that's what they came to find in Haiti, and they didn't want to work, so they enslaved, and they had feudalism in their space also. So they enslaved Africans, brought them from Africa to Haiti, where they met other Africans that were already in Haiti. That's another story. So at Bois Caïman, there was a Vodun ceremony. Vodun means lifting up sacred energies. As I said, Africans are original to the planet, and we have been here for not like the European tells you with the Abrahamic religions, not 6,000 years, not 12,000 years, but millions of years. And we're part of an intergalactical people. And there's a lot of things in Haiti that shows that, including, I'll just say one, Wash Harlena. Let you all go look for it. But anyways, so at Boakaima, these Africans got together and they said, Kunga Mundele, Kunga Bafioti, Kunga Nojoki, Kunga Yo. This was in the Kinkongo language of Queen Nzinga from the Angola. And it means that we have gathered here to get rid of Mundele is the stranger. Remember, if you're original to planet Earth and all of a sudden these northern Europeans are coming into your space, you call them stranger, because before everyone else was family. So Mundele means stranger. We have to stop the stranger. We have to stop his Bafioti means black collaborators. And we have to stop his evil forces. Evil forces is everything that was evil back then is still evil today. It's his military, his media, his education, economy, entertainment, law, politics, every level of activity that you guys might know, like the 9 level of activity that Neely Fuller talks about. Every human activity in the European civilization, as he calls it, is about domination of other folks and enslaving their own people, and so that a tiny minority might hoard all resources. The House of Saud, the Eurasians, House of Saud, House of Windsor, the Vatican. These people have been doing this since 1492 and before. So at Boakaima, we teach that call. Kunga Mandele, Kunga Bafioti, Kunga Najoki. Najoki, like I said, is their forces, which is, like I said, their education, their media, their law, politics, economy, and constant wars. All about it. All of it is about, and so once you know that, that is our template at the Free Haiti movement. That is our template at the Haitian Lawyers Leadership Network. We lift up what our ancestors said they had to do when they started the Haitian Revolution. They had to stop the colonists, stop the black collaborators, and expose all of what's hidden behind the headlines, right? So that's the first teaching we do. Between September 20th to October 17th, we talk about Jean-Jacques Dessalines, who's Haiti's founding father, and we talk about who he is, what his values were for this new nation that he created out of enslaved people. And I could tell you a little bit about that, but that's what we do for that. And then on January 1st, that's Haiti's Independence Day. After 13 years of war, Haiti became independent. Haiti became independent on January 1st, 1804, 215 years ago. So we always talk about who were the warriors, men, women, and children who fought this war, and how did they fight? And that's what we do for January 1st and January 2nd, which is the Day of the Ancestors. And then we have May 18th, where we talk about the Union fait la force, which is a concept that is supposedly on the Haitian flag, but it's not true. The Haitian flag was not blue and red; it was black and red. And the motto of the Haitian Revolution on May 18th is not what they're trying to tell you it is today. It's not L'Union fait la force. It's liberty or death. And we talk about that. Yeah, sure. So that's essentially so that, and then we go to July, like I said. So I think I said, so we do the Haitian Revolution, which started August 14th. The Vodun ceremony started on August 14th. The Haitian Revolution started on August 22nd. Then we do September to October for Jean-Jacques Dessalines, Haiti's founding father. We talk about how he's different, for instance, from Toussaint Louverture, who everyone thinks is Haiti's founding father, but he's not. And then we go to January 1st. And then after that, we do May 18th, and we talk about the union that has never wavered in Haiti is not the union between the mulatto sons of France and Jean-Jacques Dessalines, which is what is the propaganda that the European tries to do and the mulattoes try to do, the union that's never wavered in Haiti is the union of at Bois-Caïman, of these different Africans that came from different spaces, from West Africa all the way down to Angola, and then also, you know, we had Bookman. Okay, so this that's the union that we talk about, and we say that this union it's not union. In unity we have force. It's in it's liberty or death, because integration with injustice is not a Haitian goal. So that's what the Free Haiti movement represents.
Okay, thank you. And I have all of your social media info and links to your website. I'm going to make sure it gets out, get in the comments, so everybody watching this can go on there. I hope everybody watching shares it. I look, you know, I skim through it. There's some beautiful, powerful things on there. Also, I hope everybody will donate. I saw that you have some campaigns. I hope that everybody would go on there and donate. And I'll have all that on the comments. I had it in the last video. I'm not sure if it's in the description on this one, but I'll definitely add it as soon as possible. I want to see if Amma was on. Amma, can you do a quick sound check?
I'm on. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me?
No, you can't hear us still, Amma?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I hear you. Can you hear her?
I can hear you. I don't believe I can hear Ms. Dantò.
Okay.
So
I'm going to
ask the question.
I'll ask the question and then listen offline. So the first thing I was wondering about is, you and I had spoken about the fact that you had been in Haiti recently, and I was really interested in talking about the operatives that were found in Haiti. Can you shed some light in terms of what that can tell us in terms of what they're doing there, and what does that kind of activity mean for Haiti and its political and economic situation?
Okay, I will. So on February 17th, there was arrested in Haiti 8 people, 7 foreigners, white men from America. 5 of them were Americans and 2 of them were Serbians. They were arrested driving near the central bank of Haiti with in a car without license plates. And I've been covering this since it happened a month ago. So those of you who want the complete report, I'm a writer, so I won't, you know, it's all details here, and it's really important because the theme of this piece, Amma, is the colonial narrative. I'll give you an example of how this event in Haiti of these 7 men who were arrested, mercenaries, was covered by the media. So you can see an example of how the media lies and uses the 2 storylines about Haiti to maintain their exploitation of Haiti, right? So there's 2 storylines that they always use about Haiti, right? One is that we are violent, that we are incompetent. Violent, incompetent, you know, those are the synonyms for being a Black nation. And but here you have this situation where it was the competency of the chief of police that actually arrested 5 white males who are former U.S. military. 2 of them are Navy SEALs. One is a Marine pilot. The other one is an Army. And there's 2 Serbians. And these guys go all around the world, supposedly training Haitian police or being part of the peacekeeping mission all over the planet that the United Nations have. They make a lot of money. And some of you might know that this all started out at the end of the apartheid movement, when the police that were constantly terrorizing Black folks in South Africa because of the South African liberation or South African ending of apartheid, they got together and they started these various for hire battle units. So you've got Israelis, Serbians, and Americans going all over the planet, being for hire. And in Haiti, in this circumstance, here's what we know, because there's a big mystery surrounding these men. I'm going to say their names. The men that were arrested in Haiti are Christopher Osman, who's a Navy SEALs. He has a history of assaults and felonies in the United States. You have Christopher Eben, who's also a Navy SEAL with a history of forgery. These are the type of folks that the deep state, and I define the deep state. Haitians define the deep state. They call it the laboratory, and the laboratory is the CIA and the military industrial complex and the 1% pharmaceutical, the big business people that the Army, the US military really is overseas to make markets for and to take people's resources for, right? There's an American Marine way long ago, after the first Haitian occupation from 1914 to 1934, Smedley Butler, look him up. He said that he was just a high-class muscle man for the Citibank boys and other Wall Street folks, you know, the fruit companies and so forth, right? And so that hasn't changed. So that's in that context, you should look at these 7 mercenaries who were arrested. And then when they were arrested, they were driving around, like I said, their driver, Michael Estera, was also arrested with them. Now, everyone now at this moment has been released. The charge that the Haitian police gave them was they were charged with illegal weapons trafficking and with crimes, conspiracy to commit crimes. What I think people are interested about is, how did these men just get released like this? Well, this gives you the example of what's going on in Haiti. And who hired them to come to Haiti? Well, it wasn't the people of Haiti. They were hired by the president of Haiti, people connected to the president of Haiti. And I'm going to tell you how we know that. It wasn't because of what, you know, Jacqueline Charles is writing in the Miami Herald or what they're writing in AP or any of that. It is because of Haitians and Haitian social media and the Haitian police and how they put out the information, right? So we have we are now in the time of social media, and that's how we're able to look at what Miami Herald writes with what, let's say, what the Haitian police release. So the Haitian police, for instance, released pictures of the weapons that these men were carrying in these 2 unmarked cars that these very strapped men were in. And so they found, you guys can look at the pictures. You can go to my website, EziliDantò.com, and you'll see the full report. I also have done 2 other videos with Sarah Westall. You can look it up. You can rewind and figure it out. Sarah Westall. It's about the deep state and getting caught. So in addition to telling Amma all of this, I've done a few other spaces. So they found Glocks, 6 Glocks. They found AR-15 semi-automatic weapons. They found 3 satellite phones. They found that although there was no plates on their car, there were 5 plates inside the car. This is important. It's important. I'm going to tell you why. Well, besides the fact it's illegal, right? And so they were not up to anything good. All right. But it gets deeper than just, arresting someone because they're driving around without a license plate, and then you find all of these weapons in their car. It gets deeper because the day after they were caught, the Prime Minister of Haiti went on CNN and said that they were terrorists and mercenaries come to kill him and members of parliament. I mean, you would think, that would be resounding news all over the planet. People hardly know about this. So it shows you how the United States picks the narrative on Haiti. And people hardly ever know these white men's faces, because every time CNN or AP or Miami Herald writes about this arrest of white men in Haiti, they put a picture of 2 black men or Haitians, because we are the embodiment of all criminality, and criminality couldn't have these faces. So that just gives you that example. If you want to ask me another question, you can go ahead. I'm going to watch. The right here on that side chat, Amma. So that's essentially what happened. They were released by the U.S. ambassador or the U.S. embassy.
Well, thank you for answering that. So my next question, I've been wondering. So we have this vision of Haiti as poverty-stricken, resource poor. What is America's interest in Haiti that would compel these operatives to be acting in Haiti if it's so resource poor? And relatedly, this was happening around the time that this situation in Venezuela is happening. People were protesting against the misuse of funds from the Venezuelan. Is there a connection to Venezuela that the media is not making for us, because we see propaganda there as well? And how is that related to the propaganda about Haiti and her resources?
Okay, so Haiti's riches is the reason why we have this occupation in Haiti. It's the reason why the United States came in 2004 and wouldn't allow Haiti to have a democratically elected president. So since 2004, if you have a democratically elected president, his concern is going to be about the local interests of the people. But if you have a president that is chosen by the international community, like this current president is, then their interests and their whole reason for being is to please their masters. So that's why yesterday, was it yesterday? My God, Friday, we had the puppet president of Haiti in Mar-a-Lago with Donald Trump. There were 5 Caribbean states there, nations there. It was St. Lucia, Bahamas, Jamaica, Haiti, and the Dominican Republic. And this connects to Venezuela because the reason they were there is because these Sambos, we call them Conzes in Haiti. Conze was a Haitian man who betrayed his own people during the first occupation of Haiti. So that's what Conze mean. So we use his name. It's like what Americans, when they're talking about Sambos, for collaborators, Black collaborators. Those 5 guys you saw at Mar-a-Lago were Black collaborators who had voted against Maduro, essentially saying they're standing with the United States in this regime change that they're trying to do to get rid of the democratically elected president of Venezuela, Maduro. So, but it's very intricate thing to understand how vile what just happened is that Haiti, when it won its independence, it didn't just say, I'm going to be independent in a hostile American Mediterranean of enslavement, right? Because remember, American slavery was still going on until 1865, right? So Haiti gave freedom to Venezuela and all of the Bolivian states there, right? Colombia, Venezuela, all the way down. And so we've had a special relationship with Venezuela. They've always acknowledged, Chavez has always acknowledged that it owed a debt to the Haitian people for their freedom. And so also Chavez, being this space where they have the largest cache of petroleum, the United States always wants that, wants to control it. And when I say the United States, okay, let's be clear. It's that 1% who hoard everything. And then the policymakers that implements their policy, right? The duopoly, the Democrats and the Republicans. They're both imperialistics, right? They're both about taking other people's resources. With Haiti, we've never been able to see the difference. As a matter of fact, the demon rats are worse because everybody expects them to have some compassion and in a different way, but they're not. So Haiti has riches. Haiti is between, and the strategic location of Haiti makes it very important to to America for many reasons. In order to be an empire, you rule the seas. You are able to go through different spaces, and you don't want to pay anybody shipping fees. So Haiti has a very important shipping lane called the Windward Passage between Haiti and Cuba, right? And for a long time, if you were America or someone above us there, and you didn't have a way to go through the Windward Passage, right? And there wasn't, let's say, the Panama Canal. In order to get to the Pacific, you would have to go all the way down to Argentina and all the way down and up, right? But if you cut through Haiti and you cut through the Panama Canal, you're right there, like in the Pacific Ocean. So it's a very important passageway. Just that passageway could have made Haitians very rich and productive. But we get no monies from all the ships that go through the Windward Passage. The United States took from Cuba a long time ago Guantanamo Bay. And they've wanted Mont Saint Nicolas, which is the space right there across from Guantanamo Bay. Even under Duvalier, they were never able to get it. But under this occupation, and having the UN there as that humanitarian front, they control all of Haiti's territories, right? So just remember that, right? When we talk about Haiti's riches, its strategic position that would allow all these ships to come through and go across is very important because they pay to get through these spaces. But Haiti doesn't get anything out of it because, now remember, we had 300 years of enslavement, but before European transatlantic enslavement, 700 years before, there was the Arab slave trade. In that Arab slave trade, you have the so and the reason I bring all this up is because it was the destruction of Northern Africa. We were sex slaves. Black women were made into sex slaves, and children, and the men became eunuchs. That's how that was in terms of their slavery. After Haiti became independent, one of the ways that the European destroys us was bringing the Arabs coming from an enslavement culture to become the oligarchs in Haiti. These Arabs are the billionaires of the Caribbean. They were vassal states before the end of the Ottoman Empire. They were vassal states of France, England and these European powers. They took their citizens, they brought them to Haiti to operate as the middlemen for empire. And these middlemen, I'm going to say their names, the Haitian oligarchy, their names are Gilbert Bijou, Merv family. These are the mercenary families. We were talking about mercenary men before that they actually hire men like these to come and kill Haitians in order to continue the chaos, hold on to this unelected president. These mercenaries own like more than 90% of Haiti's wealth. And the way they do it is by owning, privatizing the ports. So when those ships go through the Windward Passage, guess who makes money? Not the Haitian government and the Haitian people, but the billionaires who own those ports. When Venezuela has the largest cache of oil, it decides that it's going to help, let's say, the Caribbean. And in 2005, they put together a deal where they would give the Caribbean nations oil and credit. And the way it worked was they would you only pay 60% of the price of the oil, and then over a period of 25 years, you pay by 1% the rest of that. Okay, that rest of that 40. So it was a really great deal for Haiti. It was a really great deal for the Caribbean nations. You understand? Okay, but the United States didn't want that, right? Because first of all, they want to just take Venezuelan oil, and then they want their Texaco, and other companies to be the ones providing oil to the Caribbean nations at that high price or whatever price they want, right? Even though, okay. So when Haiti signed the Petro-Caribe deal, the United States tried everything. It was the president at that time was René Préval. They tried to unseat that president, René Préval, during that time because he signed a deal where Haiti got a little relief, right? Because as me and Alma were talking before, and I was explaining to her, the only real direct aid that Haiti has is the diaspora remittances. We are not allowed to use our riches. That means our oil, our iridium, our gold, our copper, our strategic position, and any ways to benefit and elevate the people of Haiti. That is what imperialism is about. So they have privatized those ports. So Venezuela signs this deal. That 40% that we didn't have to pay, it accumulates. We were supposed to use it for infrastructure for Haitian, for the Haitian people to have electricity and healthcare and schools and so forth, right? Well, in 2010, as you all know, there was a big earthquake. The Clintons came in doing that earthquake. They practically took over the entire Haitian nation, right? With something called the Interim Haiti Recovery Commission. While they were fighting Haiti's president to stop the Petro-Caribe deal from going through, they were fleecing the rest of Haiti of its natural resources and taking the ports and other strategic places of Haiti. We lost under Obama 30% of Haitian lands. That's why we were not at all unhappy about Mrs. Clinton not getting in office, because we did not want a third term of Obama through Mrs. Clinton. But Trump, who had said he was non-interventionist, has solidly become part now of the establishment with this attempt at regime change in Haiti. And what you just saw on Friday was the puppet president put in by Obama and Clinton in Haiti, going with these other Conzes or Sambos, people who voted against Venezuela. Now, it looks really bad for us as Haitians because the $13.6 billion that was raised at the UN for Haitian earthquake relief never came to Haiti. What did come to Haiti in terms of to the Haitian government was the Petro-Caribe money. And it totaled from 2008 to 2017, something like 4.2 billion. It went directly to the Michel Martelly and these folks that the Clintons put together. So they took the 13 billion and they let their Restavex, their Uncle Toms, their Sambos, just waste the money from Petro-Caribe. So that's why when those mercenaries came into Haiti, these Haitians were in the streets asking for, where is the Petro-Caribe monies, that 4.2 billion? You know, we want that money back. Now, the United States doesn't mind Haitians talking about the Petro-Caribe money because their narrative is always about black on black crime. So they don't push the fact, or you know, you won't find any media coverage really talking about what happened to the 13.6 billion, but they are saying what happened to the 4.2 billion that went directly to Haiti, because it fits. They wasted the money, left the people in poverty, and now the people have to pay back Venezuela. Okay, but there is a lineage between what the mercenaries were doing in Haiti and the Petro-Caribe Fund. So get this. While the people were on the streets on February 7th saying, where is the Petro-Caribe money, right? Because they know that the earthquake money never went to the Haitian government. Less than 1% of that earthquake, 13 billion, went to the Haitian government. And most of it went to non-for-profits called NGOs, non-governmental organizations, and whatever trickled down went to that Haitian oligarchy, okay? It built not homes for the 1.7 Haitians who lost who were homeless on the streets. They built 5-star hotels for their investors, the Best Western, Marriott, Oasis. This is what a lot of that money went for, and other things that had nothing to do with building infrastructure that would help the Haitians with food sovereignty, electricity, transportation, education, and those things, right? So when those mercenaries were arrested, they were around the central bank. Because America has sanctioned Maduro and frozen all monies going to Maduro, Haiti had some payments that were frozen in that bank. And right now, what they're saying is that these men came to rob the bank of the frozen payment that was supposed to go to Venezuela. Okay. I don't believe all of that. It might have been true, you know, because we know American military are always doing something nefarious with, these are mercenaries, right? And we know that Jovenel Moïse doesn't have any money, right? Because they've already used all the Petro-Caribe money. The NGOs are no longer getting any more money in Haiti. So the charge is that these men were hired by folks connected to Haiti's president to go in the bank and somehow make a transfer. But the other charge, as I told you, is that the prime minister said that they came to kill him. So that's all the connections, right? So it's about corruption. The elected government in Haiti was unelected. He was put in by what we call the core group. The core group consists of 6 nations, and then the European Union, the Organization of American States, and the United Nations ambassador. And the 6 nations are France, Canada, the United States, Spain, Germany, and Brazil. These are the coalition of tyrants and despots that are maintaining the exploitation of Haiti through this narrative that we are more violent, that we have no resources, and that they have to come in and keep order. But what they really do is come in and use our strategic position, privatize our ports. Under Obama and the chaos of the earthquake, they took 30% of our lands, including our gold belt. 15% of our gold belt is gone to Texas company called Newmont Mining, and another one called VCS Mining, which Tony Rodham, Mrs. Clinton's brother, had a stake in. This is the type of things that's going on. And that's why Venezuela is so important right now, because those 5 people you saw at Mar-a-Lago are a bunch of collaborators with Empire. And because the Haitian president voted to recognize Juan Guaido, that's why he was invited to that meeting, along with the other 5, because most of CARICOM do not recognize this Guaido person. And that's how Venezuela is connected. That's how our riches are connected.
Thank you. Profound information. Thank you. Are you ready to ask the next question?
Yeah, that was a lot of information. Thank you for sharing all of that. So the thing that, I think strikes all of us as you talk about this is there, in your mind, is there really a difference between the neoliberal, and for those who don't know, perhaps you can define what neoliberalism is, but between the neoliberal agenda in Haiti, is there a difference between that and colonialism that is substantial, or do you think it's more pernicious in that when we were colonized, we knew that we had to fight it, but when we believe we are free, it makes it a lot more difficult? And how, in your mind, can we combat the neocolonial agenda?
Okay, thank you so much, Amma, for the question. No, you're right. There is actually effectively no difference. And I agree with what you just implied. The European, and this is something we teach because it's something I had to learn. So the question is the neoliberal and neocon any different? No difference. That's just the answer. There is just no difference, but there's just different tactics of maintaining the new feudalism of modern times. So what does neoliberalism mean, right? And what is neocons, right? So like right now, the neocons are running the Trump foreign policy establishment, right? The neocons are, for instance, Elliot Abrams, Pompeo, Mike Pompeo, the Secretary of State, former CIA chief, and let's say, because I like to put faces to these people, and let's say Mike Pompeo, John Bolton, and Elliot Abrams, right? The neoliberals are Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, Obama, and in terms of black folks, the neoliberals are, I don't know, let's say Donald Brazil, Cheryl Mills, and then the neocons in terms of black would be Colin Powell and Condi Rice. The world is bad with both of them. The world is overseas foreign policy is worse when the neoliberals are in power, because the neoliberals sell you a Hollywood movie that, let's say in 1999, the neoliberals told you that they were going to Kosovo to assist the people there, and it wasn't about it wasn't about imperialism, but it was about imperialism, right? So since that time, George Soros has gone all over the world using the non-for-profits as the shadow government to replace people in the civil society. So I think it's more hideous when you use fake benevolence and people's not understanding the fake benevolence to maintain tyranny and despotism. And that's what the neoliberals do. I'm going to explain that to you. In Haiti, colonialism, like I said, they have these parameters, and they herd you into their parameters, right? In America, they tell you that you have to vote for evil, the lesser or the, it's like you gotta vote for the, so you when an election comes along, they're gonna say, yeah, they're both bad. You've got to decide which is the lesser evil. Okay, and people have been herded into thinking they have no choice. They have to go with evil one way or the other. So for me, I found Cheryl Mills to be hideously terrorizing, because she's a Black woman. She's not supposed to be about the destruction of Black countries with CARICOM. I found Susan Rice to be equally terrible. You understand, in her position and in Africa during the Rwanda genocide. She refused to call it a genocide. So there was never any relief for the people. That was Susan Rice, a Black woman. So, and these are neoliberals, right? They're the ones that go out and say, oh, look what's happening to Venezuela. They're eating their zoo animals. They're so hungry. You see? So they make this narrative that is so vile, because they work for, you all know, Condi Rice had an oil ship named after her for all the good work she did for Bush. So for me, neoliberalism, the way it's defined is this, right? Like I told you, right? It's no regulation. This is what Bill Clinton did. He got rid of the Glass-Steagall Act. He got NAFTA. All of these regulations for the banks were taken out. And as you know, when you look back now, Black people in America lost most of their wealth under the neoliberal regime. But Obama came in and essentially bailed out all of the banks, but the Wall Street wasn't bailed out at all. So for me, there is no difference. All it is that in America, you have these two evils. One of them acts like, and I'm going to say something. One of them sleeps with, let's say, Black women and Black males. And they think because of their sexual preferences, that makes them progressive. And that's the Democrats. And that's the identity politics people. That's the LGBT community. And this is what we say at FreeHaiti. We say at FreeHaiti that we judge you by your actions, not by your skin color or by your gender. Hillary Clinton was evil. What she did to Libya has enslaved so many, 30,000 Black Libyans are dead today. But yet in America, we want to talk about the fact that she's a woman, and because she's a woman and somehow white women have had all these difficulties, that are comparable to slavery, and being a sexual difference is comparable to slavery, what they do is they conflate the issues and they create chaos. And we at the Free Haiti movement, we move all those issues out of the way. And we say, we don't care if you're green, yellow, male, female, Democrat, or Republican. If you hurt a child, you're a criminal. If you come to Haiti and you gather up like Laura Silsby did, 33 Haitian children to go sell them in the Dominican Republic, you are evil. If you use the earthquake to privatize, I'll give you an example of the neoliberal regime, right? The neoliberal regime, right? They're about deregulation, privatization. What they privatize is that is public good to personal, for the personal, right? So, and then no tariffs. That's the neoliberal regime. Haiti calls it the death plan. In that neoliberal regime, for instance, during the earthquake, in 1994, after the first coup d'etat against President Jean-Bertrand Aristide, Bill Clinton brought him back. He made Aristide go through this neoliberal regime where he had to privatize state enterprises. And he had to get rid of tariffs that protected the local market. Well, the end result of that is that Haiti has no production right now. It has to import everything. And it lost like 850,000 farmer jobs. Okay. So in that process of destroying Haitians' food sovereignty, that was Mr. Clinton. In 2009, when he became UN envoy to Haiti, he apologized for destroying Haiti's food sovereignty. Okay. Now, this is what the Democrats do. Like, they'll apologize, but they don't mean it. Those are just words, right? You know, you probably don't expect, let's say, a conservative person to apologize. These Democrats, they will apologize. But I'm going to tell you, Bill Clinton has apologized for a lot of things, but he's never acted on those apologies, because at the same time Bill Clinton was apologizing for destroying Haitian agriculture, his wife at the State Department under Obama was bringing in Monsanto seeds as a gift for Haitian farmers. Those of you who don't understand what that means, I don't know if you know, Monsanto, if you plant a Monsanto seed, that's an intellectual property. And now they own you. 200,000 farmers in India have died because they've committed suicide, because they've lost their homelands and their land. This is what Bill Clinton and the neoliberals brought to Haiti when they tell you they're giving you humanitarian aid. So I hope I answered that question. Pierre?
Absolutely. Yes. Let me see, Emma, you got another one? You still with us?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you. So yeah, there's a bit of an echo. I apologize. So my next thought I had, you and I had spoken about some ways that we can combat the neoliberal agenda. And one of those is you had these 3 principles, which I found really interesting in terms of what they could do for Haiti. Could you share with us the 3 principles? I believe you also you said it was Dessalines' law. I might be wrong about that, but tell us a little bit more about the 3 principles and what they could do for Haiti economically and politically.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, so you can find the 3 Èzili principles for a new world. You can find that on my website, we say, and the reason why we say this is this, okay? The nation state has been taken over by the oligarch. Haiti doesn't really exist as a nation state. Why do I say that? Because the United States guts are imperialism. And and what I'm saying for Haiti goes for every other. There are 53 African nations, right? Most of them follow Toussaint Louverture's paradigm, which is what you were just talking about, Ama. So when we're talking about Dessalines' ideas between September 20th and October 17th, we talk about the 3 ideals of Dessalines. And those 3 ideals are as follows. He says that Black is not just a lineage or people of African descent. He said Black is also a lovers of liberty, or your character. This is an ancient idea, because back in the day, before the European came onto the scene, warriorship was Black. And Dessalines lifted that up in the 1805 Constitution, so that even the small amount of Europeans that fought with the Haitian revolutionaries were considered Black. They were given that warriorship designation. This is why nobody studies the Haiti revolution. This is why they have to destroy us, because Dessalines' idea directly counteracted white supremacy by saying that if you act Black, and that means a warrior, someone who loves liberty and someone who fights for liberty, then you shall be known by that appellation. So that means that in Haiti, we had Napoleon had brought in some Polish that he had conquered, some Swiss, some Germans. When we won our independence, those whites who helped fight with the Africans, they were known. And you all should look at the 1805 Constitution, because it's one of the things that we talk about. They will be known by the appellation Black. I say that to say that after 30 years of doing this work and understanding that power concedes nothing, that we're going to have to fight for everything, I put together the 3 principles for a new world. Now remember, okay, it's not just about Haitians, because when we won our independence, we didn't just stop there. Dessalines, even though we had no money, Dessalines paid every American ship captain $40 a head for them to leave and bring to Haitian shore any cargo of slaves. So we freed anyone, and we paid for them. And so as the resistance, I lead the Free Haiti movement, Libérez Haïti. I say this, and you know, everything is used against us. And because we have no European father, there are 15 Caribbean island nations, and they each have a Caribbean father, a European motherland, like Jamaica is England, and so forth, right? St. Martin has Dutch, and another part has French. We don't have that because we got our independence, okay? So I say, for the whole entire Western Hemisphere, if Donald Trump doesn't want anyone to come to America, he doesn't have to build a wall. All we have to do is have one minimum wage in the Western Hemisphere, just one minimum wage, and no Haitian would leave Haiti if they were being paid the same thing they could be paid at McDonald's, or to pick tomatoes, or to work at the hotels in America. If they were paid that same amount, let's say Bernie Sanders $15, if it was being paid everywhere adjusted for inflation, in the Western Hemisphere. This is who we are. We are the Haitians, and this is what we say. Liberty should be brought into application for all, not just for white folks or those free blacks. We also say there should be, one hemispheric passport. And then finally, I say, because 80% of our services are provided by international charity, there's no real Haitian state. Because most of our budget is provided by loans from the IMF, there's no Haitian state. So Haiti shouldn't be a Haitian state. We should be a national heritage center, a place where, like, let's say Monte Carlo, where no one can take your property. Haiti has lacus and combites. They should not be able, you can lease property in Monte Carlo. You can lease property in Taiwan, but you can never sell it. And that's what Haiti should be. Haiti has given the world so much in terms of universal freedom. Remember, after almost 1,200 years of Arab slavery, after 300 years of European slavery, our ancestors were the first one to say no. Not even the Nazarene said that. He said, give Caesar his due. But Haitians said no. And the women of the Haitian Revolution, who helped plan the Wakaima gathering, whose name you will never hear, these are the ones that we talk about. And we say that this land has been paid for 100 times. And let me give you some specific, right? Haiti had to pay an independence debt to France from the 1825 to 1947 to the United States, because the United States under the Monroe Doctrine took it over. Haiti's gold was carted out by the U.S. Marines in 1914, never to be seen again. Haiti was put into the U.S. currency, tied. We used to have our own currency, but our currency now is tied to America. That is not freedom. The only way we can be free is if Haiti is a national heritage center. You can come and visit, but let us have our own culture, our own resources to develop ourselves. And you can't take our gold and give it to your brother, Hillary Clinton. So those are the three principles. I know that it might take 100 years for the world to get there, but someday somebody's going to say that Èzili Dantò existed, Free Haiti was here, we continued the Haitian Revolution, and this is what we stood for.
Thank you. You got the next question?
Well, I wanted to follow, get into a little bit more on this World Heritage Site idea. I really like that idea. And can you flesh out, like, what would it be? Because I can conceive of Haiti as just this place to go to learn Black history, a place where we go to the Wakaima site. And as I was researching for this on the Wakaima site, I've read that it is actually a center of a location where there's tension because of Protestant ministers thinking that something magical and evil is happening there. So speak a little bit about that and tell us a little bit more in terms of the Citadel and all of the things that Haiti can offer the world so that it can be this place where we kind of come together to celebrate Black history, remember the Black struggle.
Exactly. Okay, let's just begin with the women. Treasures that every woman of all races, there should be museums and edifices of the women of the Haitian Revolution. And every woman who never knew that there were these warriors, these real life Amazons, Haiti could be that place where you will come and Amma would tell you about Grande Guitonne, the spiritual mother of Jean-Jacques Dessalines, the greatest hero who ever lived. Okay, so So we have these women that nobody has ever heard of. These women were fighting the Arab slave trade in Africa. They were like Queen Nzinga. In Haiti, Queen Nzinga is known as Mambo Inan. These are things that these are things that are really important, that could help all women in the world if we lifted up these Haitian women. So I'm just gonna say their names, and then you can look some of them up. I was I do a jazzatry show, and I put the Haitian women in there. So we have Grande Guiton. She was a spiritual advisor to Jean-Jacques Dessalines, the greatest hero who ever lived. And remember, the Haitian Revolution is studied by all war colleges, okay, because of how they beat the greatest armies, 3 of the greatest armies ever on planet Earth, right? And that time, they beat Napoleon's armies, the British, the French, and the Spanish, okay? Just the history of that should be studied by everybody, and Haitians should be the ones to welcome people in and show them why we fought. We didn't fight so that people could continue to not have their freedom today. And then, like I said, you have all the women, and then you have the topography of Haiti. Haiti's 1 billion years old. There's like I said, Wash Arlena is 130. I think it's been carbon dated between. I might get this wrong. Okay, so check my website. It's been carbon dated from I think it's 35 to 100 million years ago, and there's writings on this artifact. So what's in Haiti changes the world. So, but that's one of the things that the European is doing right now. Haiti has the most important cave art in the world, in the Caribbean. Most important cave art. Okay, and what's happening under this occupation is the UN is going in and carting out that cave art. And part of the reason they're doing that is because they want to change history. They can't find themselves. The European can't find himself like more than 12,000 years ago. He can't find himself anywhere. But he keeps finding these Black people. He keeps finding like the Olmec heads and things like that. And now he's just Caracal Bay, the one I was telling you, which is a $3.2 trillion ecosystem. $3.2 trillion echo. That's in Haiti. It's in the north of Haiti. Caracal Bay. It would be a wonderful place for people to come and study such an important ecosystem. Lake Azoué, which is a Haitian lake, it has 11 species that are found nowhere else on the planet. And then, of course, you mentioned the Citadel. It was built by enslaved people. It's a UNESCO or site. This is it can hold 20,000 soldiers. It was built by Haitians in order that they knew the European was coming back. Here's a place that has to be glorious. There's the Palais. There's Palais Soucy that Henri Christophe built. We have so many things that the world could come and visit, and that could provide us with a living. But more important, we have a system called Combit. We have a philosophy called Vive. These are ways that the ancients used to live. The Combit system is a system where in the Lakou system, these are all systems. Like there's 152,000 different Lakous. These are, there's no American way of saying it except to say they're homesteads. Like Lakous are homesteads. of a particular family, and then each family member would get a little piece of land. They try to they rotate going to the field to make food for the entire lakou. The lakou system Haitians should be allowed to do their lakou system for their family members. They should not be selling their lakous. There's all kinds of things that are part of the lakou. Démembrement. I didn't spell that right, but démembrement means it's a portal for family members that are still connected to the ancestors of old. And these portals are in their lakous. And those who know understand that you can come into one portal and then find yourself in north of Haiti or someplace else. These are portals, Haitian portals. Instead of the European hiding all this stuff, and the Jesuits making up all this other junk that is not true, we can scientifically use Haiti as this space that has not been destroyed by European mining, European, well, you know, right now they are destroying us with all their plastic and garbage. But those are some of the things that could be done to Haiti. The lakous, people can show you all, you know, there's something called La Prière Guinée. Remember, American jazz comes from Vodun. American jazz comes from Haitian Vodun and Ibo Lele. So, you know, all that stuff comes from us. And yet, the only thing they know how to say about us is we're the poorest in the Western Hemisphere. As a performance artist, I do a Vodun jazzatry show. The Haitian drums are so, they're not just about dancing. They're like there are drummers I know that can heal you with the sounds of the drum. So these are all the things that if we were allowed to just be, we could share with the world. The crystal caves of Haiti right now are being destroyed by these mercenaries coming in and taking out all these stuff. But when someone used to be sick in Haiti, the Unga would take them and bring them to the crystal caves. And whatever blood clot they have, they would get their circulation back. So there's a lot of treasures there. There's no reason why Haiti can't just have its lands and the people can't regain back their heritage.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean that I never thought of it that way. Like that's brilliant. That would I would totally be for that. Ahmad, you got another question or you want to follow up? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm sorry. I have to switch back on my different volumes here. I apologize. Thank you all for your patience. So I wanted to address the Pan-Africanist connection. This might be, one of the last two questions. Is there a Pan-Africanist perspective movement in the Haitian struggle? Are there people who explicitly tie the Haiti freedom movement to the larger global Black struggle and who ally, or how do you ally? Actually, I would think you're one of those people. How do you ally with African Americans and other Blacks in the diaspora in terms of our joint liberation?
Okay. Pan-Africanism. Obviously, Haiti is Pan-Africanist. It's also Pan-Americanist. It's both. And then, okay, so when I say it's both, obviously, when we won our independence, we invited anyone who were enslaved to come. All they had to do was step onto the land of Haiti and you would be free. And if you were white and you were fleeing tyranny, you would be given asylum. That's who and what we are. Now, do we have any allies today? Even though Haiti gave so much to the world, I don't think we have any allies today. We have just a few. In terms of, like, say, the Congressional Black Caucus, they're still talking about free trade, which is unfair trade to us. They're still talking about, NAFTA and deals like that looks upon tourism and free trade zones as the way to develop a country. So we don't look at them as allies. The Congressional Black Caucus and the Democrats still, and many Pan-Africanists, still believe that the UN is not a criminal organization. And we say the UN is a criminal organization since Lumumba to Aristide till today. The UN is a front that the United States uses to deflect their imperialism in Haiti by telling people that they are giving us peacekeeping. But yet Haiti has less violence than the Dominican Republic, Bahamas, all those other nations. Why aren't they peacekeeping there? But with UN uniforms and shoot to kill, Chapter 7, they can come in and cart out our resources, go to Caracol Bay, and where they did their sweatshop at Caracol, and just excavate all the old things that are there, because the Caracol was a place where Black folks were. Black Caracols. All you have to do is go to the Belize, you see Caracol. They're Black folks. But what they're doing in Haiti is they're using the UN to just take out all evidence of that. So no, we want liberty for all. As you can see, my 3 principles are about sharing liberty with everybody, but not everybody's our friend. A lot of people have believed the narrative about Haiti, the narrative, and they look down on us. See, remember, not-for-profits are racist by the very their being, right? You're saying that the only thing you can do is give me charity, and that puts you in a position of above me, and I have no agency. And so we always say to the non-for-profits that if you've come here to help us, you are wasting your time. If you come here because your liberation is meshed in with mine, then let's work together. So that's how we look at everyone. In terms of these modern day, how is the leaders of Africa, the leaders of the Caribbean, the leaders of in the United States of Black people, how they're doing their liberation struggle? We find it to be very mediocre, really. Like, for instance, Haiti is alone. We've been fighting alone. FreeHaiti has been fighting alone, and we fight the integrated Negroes from Haiti and integrated Negroes in America, at the UN system, because colonialism hasn't changed from back in the day before 1791 in terms of, like, at the very bottom of the template, right? So before Haitian Revolution, you had classes of people. You had the mulatto sons of France, who, because they were the direct descendant of some white man, they might get an education in the diaspora in France. And then their parents would send them back to enslave the masses. It still happens. Haitian diaspora goes and get their education at some Ivy League school. And because of colonialism, they can't get a job in Haiti unless they're working for the non-for-profits, because the non-for-profits are the ones that pay a bigger salary. And so because of the system, we have educated folks that have 3 PhDs at the UN, and the UN has brought us cholera, and none of them are advocating for justice for Haiti because they have a job. Same thing with the various Pan-Africanists here in America. Besides the fact that I'm a woman and I run the Free Haiti movement, and their sexism, they make as if we don't exist. Right? That we're not here, that we're not a force to be reckoned with. So that's there with patriarchy. But you have, what is Pan-Africanism? It essentially says that all Black people should have liberation, because white supremacy suppresses all of us at various levels and degrees. And yes, we are Pan-Africanists. We want the empowerment of the Black woman and Black man's children. We are also geographically American in the Americas, because Haiti's in the Americas. And so we liberated American nations like, Venezuela and so forth. But that wasn't the only thing Haiti liberated. It was Haiti sent troops to Ethiopia to stop the Italians from taking over. Haiti also was the first to recognize, I think, Greece. So anyone who's fighting for liberty, we stand for them. We do not stand for profit over people. Now, I know that there's Marcus Garvey represents Pan-Africanism for many in America. But for us Haitians, right? Our greatest hero who ever lived is Jean-Jacques Dessalines, and we haven't found another. So we teach Jean-Jacques Dessalines. We teach what he stood for and what he did, right? He did give 40 cents a head for every enslaved person, and he never asked, were you coming from Liberia or Ethiopia? He never asked. Or were you coming from the United States? And so we don't ask either. But we do understand, for instance, with this new ADOS foundational thing that's going on, we do understand that that's a response to Obama. We do understand that, and how Obama did not treat Black folks with any level of respect for the issues that ravages spaces like Michigan without clean water, or spaces like Louds County, Alabama, with hookworm and open sewers. We do understand that there is a necessity to define Black Americans in America vis-a-vis this identity politics, right? So that white women shouldn't have been part of affirmative action, in our opinion. So we do know that there is, and as someone who has done immigration my entire life, I know that immigrational population are used against Black Americans, whether they are South Koreans or the Arabs, because I see how they use them in Haiti. So the same thing that American Blacks see here, how certain Africans and certain Arabs and certain Koreans are used against them, it happens in Haiti too. They brought in the Arabs. And right now there's a whole bunch of Syrians coming into Haiti. And because of white supremacy, they tend to quickly get themselves ahead. And because of their connections to all the embassies. And so, yes, I support, in solidarity as a Black woman, the right of Black Americans to say that we fought for this space, and we should have that respect and that reparation. Although I always say that reparation is just like the law. It's as good as your power to enforce it. I hope I am.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for that. Actually answered a question I was going to ask as well too. So thank you. Do you had another question?
Yes, and this will be my final question, and I will let you close with any final thoughts or any issues that you'd like to address that has not been brought up. And that question is as a Pan-Africanist group and other people who consider themselves Pan-Africanists, or members of the Black diaspora who may have a Haitian heritage or who may not be but are interested in Black liberation, what can we do better?
Wow. That's a question. What can you do better? Well, I think it's really important. I really appreciate the fact not many people have come to us at all. And I've been here for 30 years. So you already ahead of the game, Ama. I think that we have to go beyond the narratives that they herd us into. What does Pan-Africanist mean right now? Is it because Jean-Jacques Dessalines said, "I want a Black independent nation." Toussaint Louverture said, I want to get rid of slavery, but I'm going to rule this nation on behalf of France. So he wanted a Black rule colony. And that's where we are. So Pan-Africanism, I assume, wants Black ruled independent nations. That's the Dessalines paradigm. Right now, the paradigm we have is the Toussaint Louverture paradigm. So let's be very clear that integrating with injustice only delays our liberation. And let's not deal with those compromises anymore, which I think in every nation of Black people, we've always had those two, whether it's Toussaint or Dessalines. Should we integrate and try to change the system from within, or should we be Dessalines? I am Dessalines' daughter. So I only deal with Pan-Africanist folks who are about not reforming the unjust system, but creating a new system that looks at our reality. For instance, I'll give you some specific, right? Dessalines, when he created this nation, there was an 1805 constitution. And in that constitution, he said, and there's no constitution in the world that does this, okay? So what I'm saying is, what we can do better is that we can define what's important to us without regards to the double vision of white folks in our faces. Dessalines said, he defined what a man was. He said a man is a good husband. And this is in the Constitution because he felt that was important. The European doesn't have any of that stuff in his Constitution. So we have to put things that are important to us, our own vision, not what if we're going to repeat his jurisprudence, if we're going to repeat his constitutions, then we might as well just continue being vassals. So he said, a good man, a Haitian, which, like I said, all Haitians shall be known by the appellation Black. So he's done so much right there. A good man is a good husband, a good son, a good father, and above all, a good soldier. You see? Because he knows, like, he's in this world. He's not in the spirit world. And in this world, there are evil forces. And you've got to be a soldier. And you've got to be one-pointed about that being a soldier. And you have to stand in your own ancestral seat and say, this is what it's going to be. Another thing he did, he said, every Haitian shall have oh my God, I don't even know how to say, I can't remember it, but it's like a métier, like like a, you know, like people are entrepreneurs, you have a, what do you call that? Like you should have a vocation. You should have, it's not just about going to school and
a trade.
Thank you. Thank you. That's right. So he was looking at the situation of his own, you know, what was happening in his space. And he created a government and a system, a play for that would deal with that. And I think that's what, because we have all these abstract ideas that mean nothing. Democracy, capitalism, communism, Pan-Africanism. Like, somebody give me something specific. Like, what does it mean to the life of that child? And I always say, when I'm in a room with a bunch of like 3 PhDs, I always say, listen, if it's not going to feed a child, protect a child, provide a child with health care and an education that's going to move them from point A to point B, then don't talk to me about it. And that's what I think we can do better. Be more specific about what it is that we're fighting for. That child, and that child being able to be whatever that child wants to be without having an adult decides that pedophilia should be legal. We have to protect children, which is something that we do at the Free Haiti movement. And we stand against all to do that. So I think I appreciate your organization. I appreciate that you provided us with this platform to tell you what we're doing. Those who want to know more, like I said, come and join us. Come and join our mailing list. I'm always being censored, so you won't find a lot. You know, you'll find my stuff, but it's all scattered because I've had many websites taken down. I've had many pages. All of a sudden, I'll have 30,000 people, and next day it's 3,000. So, we're fighting a very big force. So come and join us. And thank you so much, Pierre and Ama.
Well, thank you. I'm so glad you came, because I really hate the perception, that in particular, just, Black Americans have towards Haitians. And I understand how they feel, because I used to feel the same way, just based off of what they show us on TV and throughout the media, until I actually start reading and really learning about, who the Haitians really are. Not only are they our brothers and sisters, like you said, they're revolutionaries, like really kind of started our path towards, the independence that we will eventually have. So thank you. I hope you'll come back whenever you want. Just let us know. We'll have you back on here. I know it's so much that you could talk about, but I appreciate it. I do have just 2 quick questions that people ask that was with us live all the time. If you could just give a quick response to it, that would be great. One was, let's see, what was it? Oh, basically, the role that voodoo has played in the revolutionary, revolutionary movement up until today. And the other was, they would like to know your opinion on the African Union rejecting Haiti.
Okay. So it was a Vodun ceremony on August 14, 1791 that began the Haitian Revolution. It was a Vodun ceremony that came up with the template by which we continue to fight, right? Kanga Mandele, Kanga Bafioti, Kanga no Joki, Kanga yo, right? So we know we have to go after the Black collaborators, the Mandele, the very, very top, the oligarchs, and all their evil forces. Also, the Haitian Revolution began with the Bookman's prayer. And I would invite your listener to go read that. Essentially, it said, we don't need like a Catholic Pope in between, right? We can reach source. And so we need to listen to the voice of liberty singing within our hearts. And we need to get rid of all of the images of the white man's God. That was the Bookman's Prayer, and that began the Haitian Revolution. In terms of the African Union, those are integrated Negroes who integrate with injustice, so it's okay not to belong with them, right? So they're following, they are owned by empire, except for a few, and they're following Toussaint Louverture's paradigm, which is they're ruling on behalf of their black male faces to white colonialism, white supremacy. And we don't want any part of that.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank everybody that watched live. We're gonna after this, we'll share it on our throughout all our social media outlets. I'm gonna have Ms. Dantò's information on here as well as on our website and whatnot to make sure that we keep up with this Free Haiti movement, because I feel like a Free Haiti is free. If Black people are free, then if you can free Haiti, just like in the beginning, you can free us all. So thank you. I'm going to close out unless you have any last closing remarks.
No, I just want to thank Amma. Amma, thank you very much for all your efforts, okay? Much appreciated. Respect and honor to you, my sister. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
I just wanted to say thank you one more time for being here. It was an absolute pleasure and honor. And I hope someday we can meet again, or you can collaborate and meet in person.
Honor and respect.
All right. Thank you, everybody watching. Peace.